to the polls on Saturday to cast our votes. Who are you voting for? Well, it depends on you. We can't force you, but what we can say is your thumb is your power as it stands now. So make sure you go and you cast your vote. But we always say we have only one Ghana, and so we advocate for peace. Please and please again, when you finish voting, go home and monitor from our stations, you know, all across. So we have it on Joy Pride, Joy News, Joy FM, Adom TV, Shira, Asempa, Love FM. We'll bring everything to you. So you needn't to worry at all because we've got you covered. Just pray that the best candidate wins. That's all we ask for. The spirit of discernment. So let's make the right decision for the right president to become the one who will help us change our fortunes. Now, one thing we always say is that if we vote and we vote in the wrong way, we all go suffer for the next 4 years. But if we vote the right way, of course, things will turn around and we'll have a comfortable life. So vote wisely. That's all I can say. Vote wisely. Don't vote because of feelings or emotions or because you belong to a certain political party. And so even if you don't like what the political party can do for you, you still vote for that political party. Don't do it like that. Vote for the future. That's the most important thing. Anyway, so this is the News Flash segment, which is probably brought to you by Franco Trading Enterprise. Still and still, phone, paper, fee, whatever gadget you're looking for, whether mobile phones, television sets, CCTV cameras, worry no more because we've got you covered. All you need to do is to take the number on the screen and call us because we have got you covered. Now, if it's difficult to call us, we make things very easy by you just downloading the app on your phone, which is Franco Trading app. Or you can visit our website for further inquiries. That's www.francotradingenterprise.com. Franco Trading Enterprise, still and still, phone, papa, fee. Now, just like we always do, we urge you to send in your messages to us on 055-157-5757, 055-157-5757. Now, earlier, I did mention that yesterday, the special voting took place, except for the Western and the Eastern region, that theirs is going to take place on Thursday, the 5th of December. Now, today, we are going to talk about what happened yesterday in some constituencies. Others, it was flawless. The PCs decided not even to show up at all. But in other constituencies, the PCs showed up and showed up well. If I talk about that, they actually did things that it is against the law. So questions have been asked, especially on social media, where people are asking, are people about the law? Well, the Office of the Special Prosecutor has actually released a statement saying that they are investigating the food sharing that took place at the Ayawaso West Wogon constituency. Yes, it happened, where Madam Lydia Hassan shared food to electorates who were in the queue to go and vote. There's even allegation that some people had to take pictures of their votes and show it to them after, and they were given money. As for that, we don't have evidence of that. But we have evidence of her going to people in the queue, giving them the food. Some say they were hugged and monies were put even in their hands. That we also don't have evidence to. But we have evidence of the food sharing. Even food sharing is illegal. It's actually wrong. So why do it? That's a question. Well, we'll take a look at that. And then other issues as well, especially where the Speaker of Parliament is recalling Parliament on the 16th of December. Now, voting is on the 7th of December. We'll start our count in the evening at 6 p.m. where we can't vote again. So counting is going to begin by Sunday. You know, we'll definitely know who is going into Parliament and who is out of Parliament. So, and that is 8th of December. So who is going to Parliament on the 16th of December as who, as what, if you've been voted out? And what are they going to discuss? Because they need to have the next Parliament to take place from the 6th of January. A lot of questions are being asked about this. You know, the Speaker recalling Parliament on the 16th of December. Well, certain reasons he gave in the past, that's last week when he had to deny the recall of Parliament by the NPP, saying that this week was a week for them to go and campaign and it's election time and he will not let people forfeit that right of theirs where they are campaigning for votes. Let's hear your voice this morning on these issues. 055-157-5757. 055-157-5757. Let me welcome my very first guest who is seated here, Alhaji Al-Hassan Mbalba, and he is a former chairman for the NDC, UK and Ireland area. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
How are you, Alhaji?
Good morning. Good morning to your cherished listeners.
You're welcome here. Okay, so before we go back to Alhaji, I want to read the newspapers, and then we go back to Alhaji and we delve into our topics for this morning. I'll start with the Economy Times newspaper. The Economy Times newspaper. Banks NPL deteriorate. Interest rates to remain stable. Okay, so interest rates will remain stable. This is supposed to be good news, I must say. Ghana's real estate sector identified as high risk for money laundering. New report says so. So people who are into money laundering, I guess, their new business is into real estate. But if they build these houses, are people able to afford to go and live in the houses? That's even another thing altogether. I see so many houses that are out there, but we don't see people occupying these houses. And so there are no lands in Accra. People don't have places to stay, but we have so many empty houses available. The next newspaper is the Accra Times newspaper. The Accra Times. NDC, be calm. We are there for Ghanaians. Military couples assure. This is not the NPP I love. Professor Frimpong Boateng warns against voting for Bawumia. Nana Kwame Bediako presents blueprints to tackle Galamsey menace. I'll say this. If this is very feasible, then what I'll say is that if he doesn't win, in case he doesn't win, because he stands a chance of winning, right? At this point, it's anybody's game. In case he doesn't win, what I'll say is that whoever becomes the president or the next government should try and get him on board. See how best they can work together to fight the Galamsey menace. Because it's something that we all have to join hands and fight it. And so let's not look at it as somebody who came in as a presidential candidate, and if he didn't win, his ideas go down the drain. No, let's see how best we can pull him on board and fight the Galamsey menace. The Chronicle newspaper is the next newspaper I'm tackling. The Chronicle newspaper. IGP cautions private security, stay away from the elections. I agree with him 101%. MOE sets up TV station to promote quality education in Ghana. Congratulations to the Ministry of Education. I think we have we have Joy Learning at Multimedia. I know there's another station that also has something like that. And so now the Ministry of Education has also set up a TV station for that. So kudos to the Ministry of Education. Northern Region Chiefs endorse Alan's Agro Park. Asante Man in Koswo honoring outstanding contributions to the Asante community. My next newspaper is the Daily Graphic newspaper. The Daily Graphic newspaper wrote to Jubilee House, who wins Greater Accra? Now, we all know that Greater Accra is the decider, so they say who wins Greater Accra. But guess what? As much as Greater Accra is a decider, depending on the number of votes that each pool in their stronghold, Greater Accra could not be the decider. So everything is possible at this time. You know, it could, if the NDC pulls majority in the Volta region, in numbers. If the NPP pulls so much in numbers in the Ashanti region, it could be anybody's game at this point. And so, yes, Greater Accra could be the decider, but it could also not be the decider for 2024. Special voting ends smoothly, and this we will be talking about. IDEG board advocates effective transition management, and Education Minister launches channel MOE TV. The Daily Dispatch is my final newspaper, and it says Ben F's 2024 opinion polls out. Bawumia will win 51.2%, Mahama 47.1%, and the 9 others are going to share 1.7% amongst themselves. NPP and NDC hold final rallies in Accra on Thursday. So they are all doing it together on Thursday. It'll be quite interesting, you know, because I'm going to compare the numbers that each is going to pull. So it's going to be quite interesting. But they say numbers don't really matter. It's what happens at the polling station, what happens in the booth. That's the most important thing. It's not people collecting T-shirts and dancing for you. And Ben Efson has actually made us know that he holds the record of polls in Ghana here. He said record of Ben Efson's national opinion polls between 2000 and 2020. And he says he has 5 of 6 polls correct. So those of you who are always saying something, Ben Efson has a record and he has 5 of 6 polls correct. So in 2000, he got it right. In 2004, he got it right, but not too right, because he said that Kufuor will win in first round, but Kufuor won in a runoff. In 2008, he said the winner will win by 50,000 in runoff, and Mills won the runoff by 40,000. In 2012, Mahama will win in first round. Mahama won in first round. In 2016, Mahama will win in first round. Akufo-Addo won in first round. In 2020, Akufo-Addo will win in first round. Akufo-Addo won in first round. And so Ben Efson is letting you all know that he holds the record in polls. So no more, oh, and I hate what he's saying is not true. Well, let's see what the future holds. When you go to the polls, depending on you, the kind of votes that you cast, we'll see who is who. I've also been joined by Honorable Samuel Ayepe, and he's representing the NPP this morning. Good morning, Honorable Ayepe.
Good morning, sister. How are you?
I'm good. How are you too?
I'm fine. Good morning, my brother.
Yeah, good morning. Right, Honorable.
All right, so we want to take a look at what happened in some constituencies during the special voting. Now, yesterday, the special voting took place. It ended smoothly, I must say. However, certain things took place that everybody knows that they are against the law. The Office of the Special Prosecutor has released a statement saying that they are investigating the food sharing that took place at the Ayawaso West Wogon constituency. I think we have a video that we want you to see what actually happened. Okay, so let's take a look at the confusion that happened.
Bottom line here is this: today, as we start today, I'm at 0. The opponent is at 0. So we'll see who gets to 50 plus 1% first. Central Ayawaso, as you know, has always been a close race. There has never been any dominant election, but they've always found a way to get to the 50 plus 1 before us. But this year, I believe, by God's grace, we will get to the 50 plus 1 before they do.
You'll be here on the 7th December. And if he's a man, he shouldn't create any violence. Let the elections go on. And when they count, by the grace of God that I serve, you'll see the difference. Almighty God is in heaven. I said these elections, I won already.
This exercise so far has been smooth. In fact, there was a cordial relationship between the agents. They understand each other as we go along. So that actually helped the process. So we were able to end it successfully.
What about the turnout? What percentage of turnout did you see here today?
We were expecting 382. That is the A part. But at the end of the day, 332 voters cast their vote. That's probably it's over. Yes.
Bring it. I'm waiting for you. In the line, yeah, 2 hours. I'm going to get in line. We are counting.
Why it is we know official Why are you sharing food to people in the queue? Why are you doing that? Why we can't share? We can share. If they want me to share, I also share the same. But let's respect the rules of the Electoral Commission. Don't share anything to the people in the queue who have not voted yet. And you are sharing food and we don't even know what is in the thing, and you are sharing it to the people who have not voted yet. What kind of stupidity is this? Why they think we can't do it? We can do the same and even worse. They shouldn't even try us. Why it is we know official Why are you sharing food to people in the queue? Why are you doing that? Why we can't share? We can share. If they want me to share, I also share the same. But let's respect the rules of the Electoral Commission. Share the things for the queue. Why it is we know official Why are you sharing food to people in the queue? Why are you doing that? Why we can't share? We can share. If they want me to share, I also share the same. But let's respect the rules of the Electoral Commission. Don't share anything to the people in the queue who have not voted yet. And you are sharing food and we don't even know what is in the thing, and you are sharing it to the people who have not voted yet.
So this is what took place in certain constituencies. You can see John DeMello is not too happy about what happened in Ayawaso, West Wuogon. Honorable Henry Korte is confident of winning his seat as well. And, you know, other places, things happened. However, we'll be bringing you more footages. And so let me take Honorable Ayepe's overall opinion on what happened yesterday.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, my brother.
Yeah, good morning.
Let me first say good morning to your viewers, especially the next president of the Republic of Ghana, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. All the words are clear for everybody to read that coming 7th December, that is this Saturday, Ghanaians are going to be in the queue to vote for a person who is going to lift Ghana to the next level. His policies are clear. It shows that the world globally, we are going to industrialization. Technology is in helm of affairs. So Ghanaians also want to be part of that global situation, not a policy that looks like a Stone Age policy. When I say Stone Age policy, those days that people live in caves, those days that people take 2 stones, crash one against the other to get fire. We've gone beyond that. The world, now even at the kitchen, we don't use the match again. Now we have a device that when you press, it will help you. Some of even the burner, the gas burner having its own lighter that we can use to light and burn the gas. So Ghanaians are ready to vote for Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. We've also seen the president. Now the NDC, that slogan is dying out because we've seen 1 commission per hour. 1 hour, 1 commission. 80 new schools projects are being commissioned in a day, or was commissioned in a day. And that is exactly what Ghanaians have seen. What happened yesterday, fairly, there's no elections that you get incidents-free. That is all what we are all praying for, that you wake up one day and go into the polls to come out and say that nothing bad happened. We've seen it in other developed countries. The Americans went to elections and nothing, unlike what happened to them 4 years ago. The last time they had the election, it was incidents-free. And those few issues were negligible that we think we can also get there one day. We haven't gotten there yet. You know our democracies have had 32 years. They have had it more than 200 years. They've gone through all this process. Women were not voting, blacks were not voting. There were agitations, many, and they've gotten to where they are now. Our problem is that we shouldn't go through that process for 250 years because we have examples to emanate from what they did that delayed their progress to where they are now. We shouldn't, because we have somebody to learn from. They are there for us to learn from what they went through. So we haven't gotten there yet. So you will not get this 100%. So what happened yesterday, I think it's not bad, except that those few issues are avoidable. You don't give anything to somebody while the person is in the queue voting. If you want to give the person food, you do that after he or she has cast the votes. Then, of course, you can say, oh, we've been doing it. When I was a candidate, I know I've contested about 4 general elections, won 3 and lost 1. So I've gone through all this. We, at times, not those in the queue, but at least those Electoral Commission and the police officers, when we cook for our agents, when we are giving them the food, we give some food. The Electoral Commission officers and also the police. At times, even our opponents, the NDC agents there, you know, those of us who are constituencies are having dotted communities. You get to a location where your opponent, the NDC food will delay. and maybe we've been able to reach the area and
Early.
the person is hungry. We are all human beings. We live in the same communities. I've witnessed a situation where twins who from one mother, one father, from the same womb. One is NDC agent, the other is MPP agent. When we went there, we gave the food to the brother. We realized that they were eating together. So these things are not so many. But surprisingly, your pictures, the videos you showed, I don't know whether you have them.
Yeah, we have them.
I didn't see anybody sharing food in the queue.
We do.
What I saw was the complaints from
Yeah.
the parliamentary candidates
Yeah.
and the NDC. I also didn't see any response. I'm saying this because I wasn't there.
Okay.
You weren't there. He wasn't there. So what the press will report is what will be our argument on. So I was expecting to see both sides.
Okay.
Where the food is being shared in the queue.
Okay.
Those pictures should come. Then I will be able to talk to the issues.
Right.
I should be able to listen to, I'm an MP.
Makes a lot of
I also
sense.
have
What
a
you're saying
candidate
makes a lot of
there.
sense, yeah.
So I also want to hear from my candidate whether indeed she shared food
or
in the
not.
queue or not.
Okay.
You see, and also I've seen.
So I think right now we have to take a look at the footage of her sharing the food.
Yes.
So this is what happened. She and her people, they are sharing the food to the electorates in the queue, and she's there herself, present herself.
Exactly.
Yes,
So
sharing the food.
so being a woman, maybe out of kindness or whatever that I can call it, was doing it. But as I said, not when the person is in the queue moving.
Yeah.
We should also not forget the fact that these are not ordinary electorates who are queuing to go and vote. These are people who will be assigned to supervise the elections for us
Eminent
in 7th
please.
December.
Right.
You see, you get my point. So, as I said, anytime we go there, the agency, the security agencies, we support them. I quite remember in 2012 when I was contesting, I got to a point where the military task force, they have some military men among the security agencies. They are there taking command from the police, and the police will lead. But you see them. We went there, they were so hungry. There was somebody selling fried yam. We organized, get some sardine for them, and they rate and the way they ate the food. Actually, we saw that they were hungry. So if you haven't contested or supervised election in the typical rural communities, you will not understand some of these things.
All right.
So I will first of all say that whether they are security agencies, whether they are hungry, anything that I want to give them should be given them to them after the election.
After the election.
Yes, that one.
Well, that's a good point made because, and this is what we've all been saying, that why couldn't she give it to them
After they have voted, yes.
But rather gave it to them in the queue, knowing very well that it's against the law. And unfortunately, she was captured whilst doing so. And so there is a lot of wrong there. She actually gave a response trying to deny that she did it. And so I don't know if she realized that she was captured, given the food, because she said people were just trying to make allegations on her because of her temperament. But we see footage of her sharing the food. All right, so let me come to Alhaji Mbaba.
Yes, good morning, my sister. Good morning to the incoming president, His Excellency President John Mahama. I've listened to my brother saying Bawumia is coming back. Never. Looking at what is happening in the country, Ghanaians have stopped listening, believing, and trusting MPP. They are going to repose their confidence in the nation builder come 7 December so that he will be elected with NDC majority in parliament to reset Ghana for jobs, prosperity, and accountability. The rallies that we are going around is well-focused, purposeful, and planned. Unlike the MPP, Bawumia is catching up. He claimed he spent 15 days in Ashanti region. John Mahama went for 2 days, and he has to rush back to Ashanti region. So we have had enough of this constitutional dictatorship. And if we want to save our democracy, we need to vote and vote massively for President Mahama. So having said that, I'll respond to my brother with regards to the food sharing at polling stations. Not by any ordinary person, but a sitting member of parliament who ought to know better. You can't minimize it that it may be, perhaps it's because of her kindness. We have people sleeping or walking in the streets of Accra without food to eat. If she is that charitable, She should have taken the food to the street and give it to those who really deserve it. But why are we going through all this? Because we try to minimize some of these clear violations of our electoral rules. In a Jusu by-election, it happened when a sitting member of parliament from the MPP side was captured the same way, giving money to EC officials. It became a big issue. They said they were going to arrest him and investigate. Nothing came out of it. So I'm not surprised Honorable Lydia Larson is repeating the same thing. There's primacy case clearly in the video. She can't deny. So I expect the special prosecutor and any other interested party to take the matter up, because this is a rehearsal for what is going to happen on the 7th December. If we don't nip it in the bag, it's going to be carried out in large scale, and it can disrupt the election on 7th December. If my brother is saying they are on course to win, why the desperation? The special voters, they are not ordinary people. They are not like our supporters in the villages. They are well educated. Do you think you can just go and give them food at the polling station and expect them to change their mind and vote for you? Clearly, MPP has lost this election. They are just struggling to prevent what I would call a bad defeat. Baumia is going to get less than 40%. Hey. That's what they are trying to prevent.
Is that a polls that you have?
Oh yeah, but the polls are, look, you don't need any scientific polls to tell. Just walk in the streets of Accra and ask the voters. When I was coming, people were waving me. Ejobodo, we are fed up. We want to see a change. Change is crying for Ghana. We can't continue this way for the next 4 years. So if you know you have performed, why distributing food at this last minute? As for the commissioning, the least talk about it, the better. You have been in power for the past 8 years. You have only realized that you need to commission when you are left with few weeks to leave office. And interestingly, some of these projects are not even ready for commissioning. And research has shown that last-minute commission or distribution of food will not save, especially if a party is the incumbent government. You are even upsetting the voters more. Why didn't you do it 8 years ago? If we NDC have the means to do that, Ghanaians may say, okay, fine. But you have been in charge for good 8 years. And you have just realized that you need to commission schools. You took over when we started with this double track system. We have not resolved it. The Bank of Ghana building he commissioned, they can't even sit in it. Kumasi International Airport or Prempeh International Airport, if you are really commissioning international airport, you should organize in such a way that on the day of the commissioning, international flight will be landing or taking off. All days will rush to commission it because it's an election year. And we expect Ghanaians to just say, okay, MPP has done well, let's vote for them. We are not worried about last-minute commissioning. Ghanaians have made up their minds already. It's too little, too late for Dr. Baumia. Come 7th December, this Saturday, inshallah, John Mahama will be elected with clear majority to move the country to the next level.
All right, so this is what Alhaji Mbalba is saying. Let's hear your voice this morning as well on 055-157-5757, 055-157-5757. Now, Honorable IEP, people will feel that with regards to what Madam Lydia Hassan has done, she might feel she's above the law because she's been there before. She knows what the law says. She shouldn't have done it, and she's gone ahead to do it. And so out of that, some people who might have been sympathizers of the party will be upset with the party. Is it possible?
Because you see your candidate being so cherished and given food. I see, yes, you cannot say that food can be described as a gift or a bribe. He's given food. In this case, it is food. Yes, as I said, the law will decide whether giving food to somebody who is hungry and needs food is a crime.
Did they tell you they are hungry?
I was writing, kindly write.
Okay.
We are getting closer to elections. So let us be civil to each other. Okay. Let us respect each other. Get a pen and paper. You said, and I don't fault you because you weren't in this country, that the president is doing last-minute commissioning.
No, what?
I'll have you, please wait. Let him make his point.
The president has been commissioning ever since he took over from 2017. Every year, you can't sit down here and say the whole of 2017, the president didn't commission any project. So also in 2018, 2019, 2020, he's been commissioning. Everybody knows that whoever wins, President Akufo-Addo is not going to be the next president. So definitely, if he has any project that has been completed, he will commission them. And nobody can stop him from commissioning projects that he has completed and handing over to the institution, the required institution to manage it. So he will do it. Even after the elections, he still has a month from 7th December to 7th January. He will still be commissioning and giving projects that he has completed to Ghanaians. So nobody can stop him from this. Part of his mandate, and he's doing that. The fact is that, yes, somebody can petition either the Commission for Human Rights and Administrative Justice or the Special Prosecutor to investigate. And for me, I don't think he was not giving money. He said he saw one in Asinov. I didn't see it. And what she was giving was food. And she has given food to people who are hungry. So if they go to investigate to find out he did something wrong, me, if I'm MPP, if I'm a sympathizer of the party, if I was going to vote for her, giving food to people who are hungry rather going to motivate me to vote for her. Even if I have decided not to vote for her, this is a woman who has cooked from her house and she was giving the food to people who are hungry. Maybe the timing and where the people were standing at the time that she was giving the food to them, quote unquote, may be wrong. But for me,
Honorable IP, if you don't mind me asking you this, may be wrong or is wrong because what does the law say? You can't induce electorates when they are in the queue before they vote, and this is a case whereby she did it at that time. So is it wrong or is could be wrong?
For me, it is not wrong, and the two of us here cannot say it is wrong because she was giving food. But the law is not in our bosom to decide whether what she did was wrong or not. The law will take the course if somebody petition. So let us wait and see. If a petition comes and investigation is done and it says giving food to somebody is a crime, then the law will take its course.
Honorable, again, let me ask you this. Won't it then lead to others doing the same? Because this is supposed to be the opener. Now, if on 7th December we see almost all political parties doing this, then it could cause mayhem, and all we ask for is peace. And so if we go ahead and we say that, oh, there's no wrong in this, or if the law comes out and says there's no wrong in this, all the law is going to do is it's going to allow others to do similar because we don't even know what else is in there, Rabba.
Nobody can cook for almost 18 million people who are going to vote. And I said in my initial submission that we give food to the security agencies.
Yes, we
support them.
Yeah.
That is after they have, because the day of voting, definitely they have already voted a week before the voting or some few days before the voting. So definitely, if you go and give food to them, it might not be giving it to them before voting. In this case, she was giving it to the security agencies. At the point that they haven't voted, that according to the pictures we've seen in the queue. So maybe it's because we normally give it to them during voting days. We give them breakfast. What I thought she did not consider was the fact that it's not an usual presentation of food to security agencies or food they have voted already. This time around, the breakfast came at the point that some of them, per your videos, some of them haven't voted. And I'm saying, let's just leave that to the security agencies and our investigative bodies to decide. If somebody petitioned the Commission for Human Rights and Justice or the Special Prosecutor, and they say it's not good to share food to people who are in the queue voting. And I also want to advise all the candidates, both MPP and DC, that if you want to give anything, whether food or whatever, wait till the person finishes voting before you give, especially when the person is at the polling station and has not cast their vote.
Well, it's interesting. My brother is alleging maybe the security men were angry. That is the state of the economy in Ghana. If a security man cannot even feed themselves and they have to rely for a parliamentary candidate to dish out food to them at a police station, then we need to be worried as a country. But you see, this is not the first time. Before I came, I think beginning of last week, there was another video, I don't know if you saw it. The same Honorable Lydia Larson, it is alleged she went to Legon campus and gave the same food to the security guards there, not the national security, those providing security. And one of the security guys took video of it, said, look, you have not given me food for the past 4 years. Because the election is coming, you are giving me food. I will eat the food, but I will vote against you. The video went around. And I always say, if some of these videos are going around, what is our security agencies doing? Look, it is about time we have instant punishment for those who deliberately breach our electoral rules. This is clear. There's no any way one can damage control. It's clear that she was distributing food to the people. So if an electoral commission can act swiftly by taking action, it will serve as deterrent to others who may be thinking of doing that on the 7th December. After all, the Electoral Commission plate is already full with a lot of errors here and there. We don't need a situation where there will be chaos on the 7th of December. So we need to call a spade a spade. Madam Honorable Lydia Larson, she has clearly violated the electoral laws of this country. And then needed to be done so that she can be called to book to prevent others from doing.
All right, Haji Belba, you can also go ahead and send in your messages to us on 055-157-5757, 055-157-5757. We'll take a few messages, and this segment is proudly brought to you by Franco Trading Enterprise. Still phone, Papa Pafi, whatever gadget you're looking for, whether mobile phones, televisions, CCTV cameras, worry no more, because we have got you covered. You can actually download the app on your phone, making things very simple. Franco Trading app, or visit our website for further inquiries, www.francotradingenterprise.com. Franco Trading Enterprise, still and still. Phone Papa Perfy. Of course, it's not just Ayawaso West Wogon that this took place, but other places as well where other incidents took place. I think if we should take a look at the PC who went to the grounds in party colors. If the video is ready, can we play it, please? Okay, so we'll take a look at that very, very soon. Let's read a few comments coming in. So let's see what comments we have. All right, so this one says, good morning to you, Madam, and to your guests. Madam, the sharing of food and money to the people is indeed a rehearsal for 7th of December by NPP and their members. Madam, when you come to the north here and see the kind of money NPP parliamentary candidates are sharing, you'll run away. In fact, these people are destroying our democracy, but we are appealing to Ghanaians to collect the items but do the right thing. The money they are sharing are stolen taxes. Madam, NDC is for peace and ready to guide the peace we are enjoying, especially the Fourth Republic, which is our effort, but we will not allow ourselves to be intimidated by NPP anymore. Sumani Hamza. Good morning, Roslyn. And your panelists, please, I'm Big Alasko from Garu Tampane. I think this woman, Honorable Hassan, should have been picked up for questions, but who will do that? What she did is against electoral laws. If she wants to share food and water, is that the forum? I'm also sad seeing officers in uniform collecting food in a queue to vote, but I don't blame them entirely because their colleagues in the police and military have been given a ration or allowance for the upcoming exercise, but the others no. I mean, prison, fire, immigration, why? My greetings to Honorable Thomas Anaba. Awuja K. Delali from Brekum. Good morning, Mrs. Angel Roslyn. How our security personnel cast their vote wisely yesterday is a sign of peaceful election coming Saturday. I'm voting massively for JDM as president of Ghana and Elder Simon Ampar Beng Chirme, incoming NDC MP in Brekum. Good morning, I'm Big JT from Tamale. Big J from Tamale Central. Look, we are fully prepared for this election. Why will our leader sharing food to voters in a queue if the security service fail to do their work will not koto any... Okay, I'm trying to... Good morning, Roslyn. Okay, no, this is not, Saka is not here. So unfortunately, when you send your other, I can see you are sending another message. So when you send that one, I'll read it. Good morning, beautiful. Please, someone tell Ben F. saying that I get him before, no bit property. The NPP we know before is not the NPP today. I left NPP after President Kufuor, and my decision has been proven right by Nanado because he has failed woefully. My father and mother are still with the NPP because of J.J. Rawlings, and now he's no more. Those 2024 elections, I'm pulling them along to NDC. Master Rahman Stola. Okay. Good morning. Any MP who tries to induce votes for money or food, he's a complete failure. If your performance is better, why are you inducing them? Whatever means this NPP will do will automatically kick out this election. We can use our brains to know things are hard and the youth of the country are suffering too much. If Baumia gets 48% this election, he should thank his God. Why should I waste my time to vote for this suffering I went through? God bring Mahama for us, nothing else. Al-Hassan Sise from Zenu Central says, if the MPP believe that they have performed well, why sharing food to voters? Having starved them with hunger for good 8 years, giving them food on election day would change their minds. MPP don't respect Ghanaians, and whatever they do, they will still lose the elections. Good morning, Roslyn. At long last, our 8 years of suffering and vindictiveness of our revered state institutions will come to an end come Saturday, inshallah. A vote for Ekuadonko plus spoiled vote plus anyone who will waste his or her vote on NPP rejected votes. See, just yesterday, I bought 14 kilograms of gas at 275 Ghana cedis. This is from Simon. Good morning, madam. The NPP can be corrupted than the word corruption. Good morning, Joy Prime and your panelists. The Nana Akufo-Addo Bawumia administration has forced the John Mahama NDC to abandon their infrastructure campaign because this government has literally done everything more than the John Mahama NDC government in all aspects of our national economy. Let's vote for Bawumia to expand LEAP FS. Free SHS, NHIS, good roads and bold solutions for our country. From Abdul Karim Zugulana, Gushegu constituency. Okay, thank you. The security officer should be suspended with immediate effect for receiving the gift. Vincent Bante. Good morning, host. Who will vote for NPP after plundering our economy, livelihoods, NHI, pension funds, forest reserves and water bodies? NPP is not there for credible polls, but to use its foot soldiers at EC to subvert the will of the people through multiple voting, illegal transfers, ballot snatching, massacres and voter suppression as in Sal, Ejurate, Chiman and Ayawaso in 2020. It's very sad with this NPP government having the court at their back and making mockery of we the ordinary Ghanaians as if we don't understand common English language in which the laws are written. Honorable Ayepe, sorry for your presentation on the Honorable Lesbians Act. Ayepe, Honorable Ayepe, let's call a spade, irrespective of our political affiliations. Beautiful Roslyn, you see, it's like our common sense and morality in Ghana seems to be falling apart because of politics. There's mercy from Tamale. Good morning, Roslyn. Kingsley Nyako was seen and captured in a video sharing money to EC officials 6 months ago in a by-elections. We were told that they were investigating the case. Till date, my sister, we haven't heard anything about that incident again. Why won't people in power continue to go contrary to the laws of the land? Because they know nothing will happen to them. The impunity is too much. My fellow Ghanaians, if any politician gives you money or food, take, but don't vote for them because of what they gave you on election day. Look at your life in the last 4 years and your future in the next 4 years and vote wisely. Mia Brown Simon from Navrongo. Good morning to the NDC man. Why is the NPP man telling lies about the law? No, he didn't tell lies about the law. He never spoke lies about the law. He actually did say that in the law, yes, it is wrong in the law. And he said that they give, but they don't give during the queue. They give it after voting. So, but we should wait for the law to come into being. That's what he said. So please. Good morning, Roslyn. Tell the NPP man whether sharing food or money would not change our mind. We have suffered for 8 years and we can't continue with the NPP's thieves who steal our money and kept under their bed and think they can use this to confuse us. Philip from Bimbilla. Good morning, Roslyn. NDC has lost the election already. They should tell us one intervention Ghanaian benefits in the NDC era. Roslyn, the NPP NPP copied their inducement from NDC when they were in government. He should bring chaos there. The election will be free, fair, peaceful. Mahmoudi says so. Rosalind, good morning. In fact, I think Bawumia is taking Ghanaians for a fool because all the promises he made in 2016, he couldn't fulfill them as a head of economic management team, and he's still promising he should talk about the economy and stop talking about digitalization. We shall compare how much we used to cook food in 2016 and how much we spend now before we vote, period. John Bree from Achim. Good morning, Rosalind. Transparent and credible elections are the backbone of any healthy democracy. These elections are characterized by inclusiveness, where all eligible citizens can participate, transparency, where each step of the process is open to scrutiny, accountability, where citizens can hold their leaders responsible, and competitiveness, where citizens have a genuine choice between different candidates and parties. NDC cannot win this election upon all the accusations. Okay, so I do have a lot of messages. Wow. Okay, it looks like people are really interested in this topic. Good morning, Rosalind. What is the former MPP MP saying? The state institutions that are supposed to investigate these things are being controlled by Nebuchadnezzar, so they won't come out with anything proper. James from Pokwase. I now understand. Okay, good morning, dear. If security officers can accept food while queuing in polls to vote, trust me, we are not safe as a country. Anyone can bribe them through jeopardizing Ghana. I'm ashamed to see this video. I now understand why Galamsey is still happening and nothing is being done. Good morning, Rosalind. Ghana. I have been to many countries, but I have never seen sharing of food to voters while they are about to vote. It's totally wrong. Why is the MPP man trying to justify it? Ghanaians, the woman is wrong. There is no truth in this country anymore. It's disgusting. She's trying to influence the voters. Good morning, Rosalind. The painful thing is that the security officers themselves are not bothered about the disrespect of sharing food to them in handy while awaiting to vote. This is the height of disrespect apart from the vote buying narrative. Sad country. Please say hello to Imbalba. Okay, Imbalba has heard you. Hello, Rosalind. Today, I now understand why the MPP man lost the election to the woman. He can't see a huge wrong right in front of his nose. Well, he did condemn it, though. I must say, he did condemn it. Good morning to all. I honestly don't see anything wrong with sharing food to voters. This is an appreciation to the votes they will cast. Remember our culture of appreciation. Sadat from Tamale. Sadat, what does the law say? Good morning, Madam Rosalind. Please, how do we justify that it's just only food in the bags which was handed out? That's something I was also thinking about. I was wondering, is there something else in the bag or is just food in a bag? But we could actually tell it's food because of the box. But what else is in that bag? With this evidence out of this, is to repeat after the general election, are we safe to say our security personnel would stop this? Legal actions must be taken now. Good morning, madam. What is Honorable Aipe talking about? Is he saying the woman did no wrong? He should not pretend to be foreigner to the truth. If this nation continues to produce people like this nation would be purchasing our grave on an installment plan from Willie Cape Coast. Hello, Madam Rosalind. Some politicians are so confused. How can you be sharing food to people on election day? Wrong approach. I don't think Ghanaians are hungry. Please collect the food and know it's your taxpayers' money. Do the right thing, Ghanaians. I'm Lambert Kevin from Lambert, my friend in Cameroon. Okay. This one says, good morning, week of possibility. Okay. This one says, I was surprised and shocked seeing service personnel receiving food from politicians in queue. So on Saturday, will they also allow us to receive gifts in the queue? The victory of NDC started yesterday. God bless you, Rosalind, for voting wisely yesterday. Hey, do you know who I voted for? Hey, Rosalind, so they have the money to give you, to influence you to vote for them, but they can't use the same money to build the hospitals, schools, I mean the social amenities. You see how these people see us. Well, I must say they've actually commissioned a lot of, schools in recent times, though. So let's call a spade a spade. Some work has been done, so we can't take that away from them. The roads we've seen commissioned, the schools we've seen commissioned. So yeah, some hospitals have been commissioned as well. Koresko Zakaria Sunyani says, desperation upon desperation because the losing Baumia after incoming President Mahama left Adum Chedria misleading Baumia rush for fake blessings, and Mahama already had the original blessings. Okay, so as for the Adum Chedria one, that's up to them. When it comes to religion, I don't want to be there. Good morning to you and your panelists. In fact, the MPP man is suffering to defend the wrong. Why can't we just be principled for once and let's call a spade a spade? I'll vote for JM and I made up my mind, from Deem Tamale. Okay, this one says, good morning, Roslyn. Tell the NPP communicator to explain... Okay, I'm going to read the second one. Hello, Roslyn. Tell the NPP man that our taxpayers' money they parked in their homes are the things haunting them, and what's happening to them is just a sign of posterity deficit. The same NPP told us that 17 Ghana cedis to $1 in 2024 is better than 4 cedis to $1 in 2016. What a misfortune. I'm going to read just one more because I have a lot of messages. Okay, so this one says, Rosalind, why the MPP communicators always desperately disgrace themselves in the public on television? Is the honorable MPP man listen to himself by saying the special voters are hungry? Hey, this shows how desperate the NPP feels. Ghanaians, please, let's all vote this incompetent and desperate NPP outcome this September. Saturday, sorry. This Saturday. JDM all the way from Muwat. Okay. I think this is it. I'll hold on to the rest. I'll come back and I'll read a few more messages. Is the video ready? I really want us to show the video of the PC. Okay, so please let's get it ready so that people will see. And actually, we'll give credit to whoever took the video. I think it was taken by another sister station. So we'll give credit to that person and show what happened, where this man went to the campaign, the voting grounds in party colors, but denied wearing party colors. That's a beautiful part of it. You know, he looked into the camera and said, "I'm not wearing party colors." But when you look on his collar, he has the MPP. They've actually done the MPP is written in there. He says, "I'm not in party colors." I was quite surprised. Honorable IP, I want us to get that video too, so that everybody will see it. So please get the video ready. For Ghanaians out there, it's just us knowing that these are the laws. Can we abide by the laws and the regulations? I'll definitely get what the law says about sharing of food items, sharing of money, sharing of gifts. Let me use that word. During elections to electorates before the vote. What does the law say about it? And what does the law say about wearing party colors on the ground during voting? We'll get that one as well. And then we'll get to understand why some people are flouting these laws. Is it that they are above the law, or they just forgot? Probably they forgot.
Well, I don't think anybody in the queue, being a security officer, is going to vote based on a food or a pack of food that has been given to him or her. No. They are going to vote based on their conviction. They are going to vote based on the way this government, the Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo Bawumia government, has taken good care of the security agencies. You can talk of the police when those days that the police have a single room with porch, while they keep their fridges and other kitchen utensils in their porch. Now go and see how they are enjoying 2-bedroom apartments. Go to the militaries, they are doing same. We have done same for them. Today you see a lot of people, policemen riding on motorbikes. Thousands of them have been brought to them by another Akufo-Addo. The last time I checked, about 12,000 motorbikes. Now in Ghana, when we are moving on the street of Accra, you see policemen on their motorbikes going about their business. They know what the government has done for them by giving them other vehicles, apart from the motorbikes, giving them other vehicles. Nobody has ever taken good care of our security agencies since 1992 than what Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo has done for the security agencies in this country. Some of them, the number of the security agencies that the fire service that we came to meet from 2017 to date have been doubled. The last time we heard of the IGP talking about what the government has done and praising Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo Bawumia's government, the way they've handled the police service. So I know if it's only that we don't count this before the main elections in 7 December. Like, you see the way they've trooped to vote, and the results will come. We will definitely get the indices, the indications will come for us to see how many of them voted for MPP and out of the NDC. Well, you can sit in your home, pick your phone, and write whatever. Your vote is one. I also have my vote.
Exactly.
And at the end of the day, Ghanaians are going to decide.
It would have been beautiful.
And where I live and where my constituency is, I've been talking to people. I don't know whether if you have my number and my WhatsApp number and been seeing my status. I have decided to go to the typical villages, the hinterlands, where people cannot reach. I have taken it upon myself to go there and meet the people. When you say, oh, all of you come and meet me, you know my coincidence is dotted communities. I reach them, I talk to them. And the way we are talking here, like that's not the way they see it. Quite remember when you go and tell them life is difficult in the village, they will tell you when you were in power, 12 by 12 rope of cassava farm was 400 cedis. Today it is 1,500 cedis. So it is times 3. So they are seeing it. When you were in power, cocoa was 420 Ghana cedis. Today it is 3,100. I know one of the Odikros in my constituency who is an ardent NDC member. The last time I visited him last week, he said, Honorable, now the cocoa is 31 million. So they felt it. I followed Dr. Baumia in his Eastern regional rounds. We went to Lower Menya, Upper Menya, and Europe. These are strong NDC hosts in the Eastern region. But what they told us, you know, when we go there, I normally go through the crowd and listen to what they see, especially when Dr. Baumia is speaking. I go around listening to what people were saying, the response. And they are telling us, look, now, you know, they cultivate vegetables. And they tell you a back load of, how do you call it, cabbage was around 100 cedis. Today, they sell around 600 Ghana cedis. So whilst we are here thinking that people are going to vote for the MPP, try and go to the villages and the smaller communities. The story is different. I heard you saying when you were making your opening statement, saying that Greater Accra is the decider. Greater Accra definitely is not the decider.
I said that people think it is, but it could
not, because
it could not be.
Before in 2000 lost Greater Accra, he won with only 2 regions, that the Ashanti and Eastern region, and lost the remaining 8 regions and became president in 2000. And then in 2004, he lost Greater Accra and won. President Kufuor won Greater Accra in 2016 and won. But in 2020, he lost Greater Accra. He won about 48% or so and won. Indeed, Greater Accra is having about 3.5 million voting population. But don't forget that Ashanti region is having about 3.2. So if you have 40% in Greater Accra, I'm talking about MPP have 40% in Greater Accra, and get 75% in the Ashanti region, you could see the numbers. The Ashanti region is 3.2 million. Greater Accra region is 3.5 million. So putting together, having 40% and 75% in the Ashanti region, we have won the election. We can win this election with only 2 regions. Okay. You know, we've done it before.
All right.
So the fact that your own research have shown that, yes, you were leading by 50 point something. And then you come and sit down here and say, Baumia is not even going to get 40%. So who is going to get the remaining percentage?
Okay, all right.
Your assumption is wrong.
It's wrong. All right.
Flat.
Okay, all right.
Dr. Mahmoud Baumia is the next president of the Republic of Ghana. In tough times, God gives strong and visionary people to lead a country.
All right.
In the situation in which the world is, we need somebody like Dr. Mahmoud Baumia to lead this country.
All right, thank you.
Look. My sister and your listeners, my brother and other MPP guys, their analysis is based on what I would call over exaggerated, delusional sense of entitlement. This election is going to be different in the history of Ghana. Ashanti region is not your stronghold again. Ashanti region is not your stronghold. Baumia should count himself lucky if he gets 60% in Ashanti region. We have a situation where a leading member of your party, Alan Cash, ran as an independent. Bediako is from that region. The economic hardship is affecting every Ghanaian, regardless of which region you are living. So that's the mistake they are making. Why are they giving up on the Greater Accra? Because that's where the economic hardship is hitting hard. So they themselves have acknowledged for Greater Accra is out of their reach. And we are going to give them their run for their money in Ashanti region and Eastern region. Bring the 5 northern regions together. Bawumia can beat John Muhammad there. Volta region is intact. Oti region is intact. Oti that you have denied a full constituency representation in parliament. Now you have the right to go there that you are campaigning for votes. You are not going to get anything in Oti region. So tell me, Central region, Prof is doing well there. Western and Western North, we are performing better there. I'm not talking about what we do. We are not relying on polls. I always say the real polls will come on the 7th of December. But just go and do all the political variables analysis, the job situation, the unemployment, the economy, corruption, and then you come to realization that your mama is on course to win this election hands down. I mean, Ghana is not any political party bonified property. So you can't come and mess up, plunging the country into serious crisis, and should still think that because it is your right or your birthright to rule, we should renew you for another 4 years. For what? For what? Because you have proven that you can't manage the economy. This election is about the economy. It's about the education. The polls upon polls is showing that the economy is in crisis. Jobs are not there. John has come out with clear policies. The 24/7 economy, the Export Promotion Authority, the Youth Development Ministry, Ajumaura Project, the Women's Development Bank. These are what Ghanaians are interested in, what will help them address bread and butter issues on a daily basis. As for the IT system, Bawumia is going around championing. Which political party set up the Accra Digital Center? It's John Mahama. It's foundation. That foundation was laid. So we are not saying digitalization is not important. It is, but somebody started it and you people are now doing it. But without food on the table, on empty stomach, you can't even be talking about IT. So it's the economic factors that will determine how Ghanaians will cast their vote.
Okay.
People are not going to say, because my grandmother was UP, I'm going to vote for MPP. We have moved away from that. And the evidence was there this weekend when Don Mama went to Asante region for the walk.
People say that you bust people there.
Where will we get money to bust people there? We don't even have the money. Okay. The people came from Ashanti region. Don't forget, Ashanti region is the second largest. So if people are coming out to show their appreciation, and you could see some of them, they are typical people from Ashanti region.
All right. I just want us to take a look at this. So the video, actually, what is written on his neck is Polo, not NPP. However, people say it's party colors. He denied that it's not party colors. Can we take a look at the video, please?
Coming here in your party colors, how do you respond to that?
I'm not wearing any party. Look at me. Me and you, are we not wearing the same thing?
Says,
are you also not wearing white?
Says, you are wearing party colors, which is against the law.
Oh, my better than that. I will not draw on no rough.
Oh, so how do you respond to that?
So he says he's not wearing party colors. Well, you'll be the decider of that, whether he's wearing party colors or not. He's wearing white, there's a strip of blue, there's a strip of red, and there's Polo written in there, but he says it's not party
Honestly,
colors.
I mean, let's be fair. I won't be too much worried about this.
Okay.
I don't know, there was a tie I bought that because of the color, and I didn't even realize that it's MPP colors.
Okay.
When I put the tie on, my NDC colleagues drew my attention that, oh, you are wearing MPP colors. There's no MPP written. So
no,
some of these things, he can be pardoned for that. But I thought there was MPP, so let's
it's
not.
It's rather Polo.
Polo, yeah. So some of these things, he can be forgiven. But for Honorable Lydia Alassane, if I'm the security man, I will arrest him straight away and start the investigation.
Honorable AP.
Well, a lot of positive things happened during yesterday's elections. It was calm, peacefully. I don't know why Joy Prime is so interested in the negative. At times, yes, it is true the negative sells in the media perspective, but I think a lot of positive things also happened. I was thinking that we've mentioned that of Lydia Alassane, which we've all condemned it. If I happen to be here, I will even let my people go and give the food to the people before they even get to the police stations, not when in the queue. So for me, it's not the best. But I don't think what all happened yesterday was about somebody putting on party colors and somebody sharing food in the queue. There were positive things that also happened. We saw peaceful security agencies in their queue peacefully going to vote. I think we should also highlight some of these things.
Honorable, probably you were not here. You were not here during the opening because I did highlight.
Yes, but
it. Even the videos that we played,
for us to discuss.
The videos that we played.
It is not only Ghanaians that watch this because of internet. Somebody may be in America, not even a Ghanaian. Yeah. They say, oh, what Ghana? So our democracy is one of the best in Africa, if not the best. So we should also try to portray and show things, the positivities. To show that, yes, we are also doing very well. People in other jurisdictions, you can even not get such a peaceful election like what we had yesterday. And when we also agree that, yes, indeed, the election is peaceful, it gives reflection of what is going to happen in 7 December. If the security agencies they are supposed to lead have gone to get it bad, it will be a very bad situation for us in 7 December. So if they've led us to have it peacefully, let us also show the peaceful nature of what happened so that it will, others who are going to vote in 7 December will emerge the same example. Busing people to Kumasi. You know, for me, I've heard, but I haven't seen it. And I always say that I don't want to say things that I have not seen or have evidence of. That people are still in Kumasi trying to catch up bus out of yesterday. They have not still gotten to Brown Sunyana where they were picked from, and some are stranded in Kumasi. But the fact is that NDC had 650-something thousand votes in Kumasi. That was in the Shanti region. That was in 2020 elections. If about 200,000 of them are in Kumasi, and you were able to pull 50,000 out of your 200 from Kumasi to the center, therefore the crowd that I say estimatedly will be about 50,000 people. So for me, if you don't understand some of these things, then you'll be panicked, because don't forget that NDC is the second largest political party apart from the NPP in this country. And in the last election, they had close about 6 million. If they've been able to get 50,000 out of their 200,000 votes estimatedly, I don't have the figures here. If out of the 650,000 that were voted for NDC in the Shanti region in 2020, if we say that 200 of them, 1/3 of them are from a Shanti region, so Kumasi, and you have a rally in Kumasi, and we have about 50,000 people gathering at a point to listen to you, it is a big crowd. So also in MPP, we went to Koforidua. We win Koforidua. Last time we won around 82% the vote in Koforidua. Yeah, that is New Jab and South, right? So if we are going to do rally in New Jab and South, don't forget that when you are doing New Jab and South, New Jab and North will join. And if the registered voters in New Jabin is maybe 67,000, and you've been able to pull 20,000 of them, you know, when you say 20, Accra Sports Stadium full of spectators will even be more than what we normally gather at our rallies. So please let nobody be deceived by the number of people that pull out to listen to you. I was listening to the former president when he said, "Where am I seeing?" You are seeing because some people in MPP may think that, oh, these elections, we already have power, we are going to win. Why should I even bother myself going to a rally? Others will say that aggressively we must win power. That is what the NDC will say. So the NDC supporter will, once in opposition, want to win power, will walk and listen to the leader. So for me, in all my political career, I've not been bothered much about crowd, though it is samples of what you are going to have. But if you base your hope on the fact that people have come out with, the first time, the biggest political rally crowd that I have seen is MPP Kaswa in 2008. I don't know whether you observed that. In 2008, MPP, the biggest ever in the history of this country, where a single individual, Nana Adodankwa Akufo-Addo, in 2008 was able to put the biggest crowd. It was about 3-4 days to elections. We lost that election after the crowd. We lost it. So for me, I'm not bothered much about crowd. So don't let us worry ourselves. And I don't know. I'm not been hearing the NDC talking about their 24-hour economy again. Have you dropped it?
No.
And
please wait.
And if you have, Ghanaians should know why. I've heard, the last time I heard about it was that it's not compulsory, and therefore you are not going to force anybody to do 24-hour economy. So it's not compulsory. Ghanaians, listen to me. I'm looking to your face. in the camera, I'm facing the camera to tell you that if you are from my village in Otwansi, by the 10 p.m., everybody has slept. Whatever that you want to sell and buy, nobody is going to see you. They have all slept. So there's nothing like having 3 shifts. Meanwhile, the president also said, the fiber of the NDC saying that it's not compulsory. They have. So Chairman, I think it's your last bet. Let me tell you, he's not going to get even 1% vote in the whole country. So if you put your bet on him, it means you have failed. So don't be putting your bet on him.
Okay, Honorable, your time.
Greater Accra, nobody is saying that we have lost Greater Accra. We have not been winning Greater Accra. I think we've won since '92. We've won twice or so. So anytime you are doing political analysis, you don't put your hope in where you normally don't win. Yeah, so we are not going to say that we are going to win voter region, but we know that once what Dr. Honorable Amewu and Co has been able to turn this around in Kwandu and other areas, it has given an insight to those in the voter register that if you have MP, it helped develop your community or your constituency. So many people are going
to thank you very much.
Amewu to do that. So
Thank you,
we are not going to win voter. Don't forget that our flag bearer is also from the Zongo communities. Previously, we were not winning any polling station in any Zongo community. This time around, because our flag bearer is a Zongo person, we are going to win some votes from the Zongo.
All right, your time is up, though.
It is true. MPP is going to win, and Dr. Bawumia is going to be the next president.
Okay, your time is up. Okay, so before I come to you, I just want us to know that, anybody who joined us from the beginning till now realized what we spoke about. We spoke about the good side, and we spoke about the bad side. And so we didn't just go into the bad side. And I strongly believe that if this had come from both political parties, it would have been a fair discussion. But because it's coming from one political party doing the wrong, it's like we are hitting hard at that political party. Wrong is wrong. And we as journalists, we stand to correct the wrongs. And so we will speak to issues that are wrong and get it corrected so that we don't see a repeat happening. And we'll bring you what the law says about these things that are not to happen. Yes, the good side we spoke about. The bad side, we'll speak about it and make sure it's corrected. That's what we do here on Joy Prime. Yes.
Yeah, on the positive, as far as the special voting is concerned, the turnout was good. But in terms of the negatives, in our Ashanti region, some electoral materials were kept in the EC director's office when they were meant to be sent to the local police station. And voting started late in certain areas. Some security men or special voters couldn't find their names on the register. Not much. So these are things that EC needs to address before.
There were people that, even though they couldn't use their fingerprint, they were able to use their face to identify. So which was a good thing, I must say.
Okay, good. So back to 24/7 economy. From day one, NDC never said it's going to be compulsory for everyone. Never. And we are not saying Ghanaian workers will be working 24/7. Even health and safety issues will not allow that. What we are trying to do is to create an enabling environment where the economy will be running 24/7. The ninth economy, there will be security agencies, infrastructure will be provided so that people can work 24/7, depending on which slot will suit their circumstances. With the private sector, you can't force a private businessman to run 24/7. But there are certain government agencies that the government can say, because of the essential services that you are providing, you have to operate 24/7. I've read their manifesto where they said they are going to provide residential care for the elderly. In the UK, residential care is under the Social Services Department. How can you provide residential care without social services running 24/7? Not individual workers working 24/7, but the department needs to have a rota where people will be running 24/7. So we have not abandoned it because it is a way of creating jobs, expanding the economy, and the multiplier effect will be felt. For me, there's going to be clearly new legislations, especially our labor laws. Today in the UK, starting from April this year, it's now mandatory for every employer to grant flexible working arrangement to the employee, even if he starts work today. It's no longer 9 to 5. You can go to your employer and say, look, I want to work certain days. I want to condense my working hours. So it things that you can do 36 hours in a week, you can decide to say, I want to use 3 days to do my 36 hours. And you'll still be paid. The time that you will get maybe Thursday or Friday, you can use it to what we call job share.
So that's a system you want to bring?
No, yeah, well, if I'm given the opportunity, these are some of the things I'll be telling John Mahama to do. Because we need to amend the laws to make sure that there will be flexibility around the working arrangement so that people can choose. Now, this day and age, you get up every morning. Those working at the ministry in Ghana are moving to the ministries.
But you know we don't pay on the hour here. In the UK, the comparison, they pay on the hour.
No, they don't pay. That's the...
They don't pay on the hour?
No, that is if you do locum job.
Okay.
But if you are a permanent worker,
Yeah.
you get your salary. But if you do locum job, what we call agency work, then they will pay you by hour. Even these days, they can just decide to pay. Every week, we are paying you this amount. But what I'm saying, even the permanent job, your salary and wages is based on the number of hours that you are doing. So if you decide to say, and some jobs, they will advertise it and say, look, this is job share. So you are applying for it with a partner. So you divide the 30. Maybe you have only 18 hours to spend with Joy FM. You want the 18 hours to spend with Pan Africa at the weekend. So you can come with somebody. So you can be working around the clock. So it's as simple. I'm surprised the likes of John Baume, who have lived and worked in the UK, saying 24/7 economy is not possible. He said, one of his interviews, he said he was doing taxi driving, doing cleaning, and still schooling. How can you do that without if you are not working 24/7? Not working 24/7 continuously, but you need to schedule your work schedule so that cleaning job, we call it key job, because you have the key to the building, like this building. You employ cleaners. You give the key to that person. That person decides when he comes in to clean the place. So he can decide to even come midnight after doing other jobs. So it's about creating the facilities for people to work. The private sector, if there's incentives in terms of tax relief, tax holidays, definitely people will be encouraged to work 24/7. Those working on social hours, they get extra pay. Now, people don't go to office every day. I can tell you, in the week, sometimes I go to office twice. That's the honest truth.
And how do you get the work done? Remote?
They are talking about digitalization. You can sit in your home and do it. You can sit in your home and do it. And if you do it, that means that hours that you'll be spending to travel to work, you can conserve that energy. Maybe go to school. And if you are going to school, maybe the lecturer will be teaching in the night after working hours, or maybe in the evening, so the economy is running 24/7. Let's get this principle simple. It's not a rocket science.
All right, thank you very much, Honorable, Alhaji. And let's see if we have a few messages, and then we can move on to our next topic. So just a few messages. If the messages are ready, let's read a few. I know my viewers are sending in the messages like crazy. And then we go on to our next conversation. This one says that, good morning, Ghana. Ghana, I've been to too many countries. I think I've done this already. You repeated it. This one says, Honorable Aipe, don't say what you don't know. Come to our various barracks and find out about our accommodation problems. All right. Meshak Asante from Amaseman says, 4 days more for Ghana's second independence to be celebrated. You could clearly see the wind of change is blowing every corner in the country, which nobody can prevent it. Looking at the sufferings the security agencies are currently going through, there is no way NPP can even get 25% of the votes they casted yesterday. So it will be in their own interest to start packing all their belongings from the Jubilee House, because the nation builder, JDM, is on the way coming to rescue Ghana. How can the security personnel accept food bribe on video? The security does not know the law. How can they enforce the law? Wow, Patrick from Accra. Good morning, Damsel. This is Nyako Emmanuel from Bechemedum. The northeast trade wind is blowing across Ghana is a sign of victory for JDM, and we can't wait to witness this. Sharing food for voters in queue is an insult to our democracy. May God put the death of the fears of JDM and bring to life his dreams. No worries for the rest of our days. Hakuna Matata. Akonsi Gariba from Tamalites. Good morning, Rosen. Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Baumia is winning the northern region and 13 parliamentary seats because the NPP had developed the north to the satisfactory for the northerners. The special voting yesterday demonstrated that the NPP is going to win the general election with a satisfactory margin. I therefore urge Ghanaians to vote massively for Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Baumia on the 7th of December 2024 and vote massively for Dr. Mohammed Amin Adam Karaga MP. Okay, so this one says Musa Abatwa from Asawase. Allegations of Momo bribery by the NPP, vote buying by Honorable Lydia Al-Hassan at Ayawaso West Wogon, and irregularities in WA during special voting threaten Ghana's democracy integrity. The Electoral Commission these violations to ensure free and fair December 7th elections where results are credible and accepted by all. Change must come through a transparent process. Greetings and good morning to you. Ooh. Good morning to you. As we approach the upcoming general elections in Ghana, come December 7, 2024, it's vital that we as responsible citizens prepare ourselves both psychologically, emotionally, and physically to exercise our civic rights. This election will be crucial in determining the future of our beloved country, and it's essential that we approach it with a sense of responsibility, maturity, and above all, a commitment to peace. Aaron Beba Koko Komisa. Hello, Rosie. We are told it is against the rules of engagement as far as voting is concerned to cast a ballot and take a picture, and the security agencies should arrest anyone engaged in that. I think yesterday one of them was arrested. Now the security officers themselves are engaged in it. Who will arrest them? The pockets of anomalies are evidence of the inefficiencies of the EC and its chairperson, Rami Hassan. Rami, I think yesterday somebody was arrested. Sami Bwachi Asamanke said, we, the NPP, are committed to our goals and will not sidetracked by propaganda and mischief. Under Dr. Baumia's leadership, the NPP has demonstrated a strong sense of responsibility, and we are confident of achieving a decisive victory in the election. By casting our votes overwhelmingly for the NPP, we can break the 8. A simple thumbprint of number 1 will ensure a prosperous future for our children. Let's join forces to safeguard the free SHS policy and its bold solutions. Regard to Honorable Charles Champong. This one says, Mahama shared 50 Ghana cedis to all NDC delegates during their delegates congress. I don't think there is something wrong with sharing food to a voter who needs food to survive. It's not all of them that will accept the food. Some of the voters in that constituency can even cook and share to others. Leadership is all about serving the people. If the people are in need, you need to reach out to them. Please vote number 1 to move Ghana forward. Baumia means business. Master planner. Master planner, yes, there might not be anything wrong with it, but the timing could be wrong. Good morning, madam. Sharing of food and money won't save NPP this time. The battle is the Lord. NDC is winning, nor what they do. Sunset from Hohoy. Rosalind, why the NPP communicators always desperately... let me just go on to the next one. Okay, so I think I'll just take this one and then I'll be done. Good morning, Rosalind. Please tell Mr. Ayape that yes, the people at Otuase sleep early because his government has not brought any economic activity to Otuase, and that is why it's difficult to get a vehicle from Isawom to Otuase, his hometown, when it's 8 p.m. The 24-hour economy will open up Otuase so that we can get a vehicle to Otuase 24 hours. Kelvin from Isawom. All right, so this is all that I'll read for now. Now, let's take a look at what is happening in Parliament. We have just about 10 minutes to end the segment, so we'll just take everybody's opinion on it. So, Speaker of Parliament finally says that he's recalling Parliament on the 16th of December. Now, we know that we are going to cast our vote on the 7th of December. That's this Saturday. By Sunday, we'll know who is in Parliament and who is out of Parliament. So on the 16th of December, is it the old Parliament that's going to sit and make decisions, or what's going to happen? Because if you've lost your seat, will you go to Parliament to make a decision, or you will not to go to Parliament? Well, is the Speaker right in this decision that he has made, or the Speaker is just playing gimmicks? Honorable Ivy.
Well, I've been going around the deepest communities in my constituency, remote areas, and when you tell them they are going to run 8 hours for 3, making 24, they don't take you serious because they know where they are and the type of work that they do. They don't need that. And even in the advanced countries, they are trying to shift away from working 24 hours because the technology has helped them. I quite remember we have some backlog in passport office where we daily demand for passports was around 3,000 passports a day that they need to print. And our printer was printing 2,000 passports. Today we've gotten a printer that is giving us 5,000 passports in a day. So definitely you need not to get people there for 24 hours, 3 shifts to get you printed the daily requirement of 2,000. Even if it moves to 3,000, you still have a machine that can print you 5,000 passports a day. So you can clear all your backlog. You need not to engage people to work 24 hours. I saw a machine that people use to clear their cocoa farms, the technology that had been introduced by the Chinese technology. And within 30 minutes, you've been able to clear about 3-4 acres of land. So why do you have to engage people to go and weed in my cocoa farm in a BAC Chrome? Late in the night. I don't think that is what Ghanaians want. The industries are working when there's a demand. If you go to industry area where the dynamic plastic chairs and other PVC pipes are produced, when they have their warehouses packed and they don't have space, they lay some of the workers off. That is why the NPP, we believe that 24-hour economy is already existing. The essential services are providing 24-hour economy. That is nurses, policemen, and other security agencies are working, fire service, they are working 24 hours. So this is something that when the demand is, it is being operated. Go to TikTok Lane. Even Accra Newtown, where I grew up, they have night market. Night market don't work a day and then also the night as well. They come around 6 p.m. and they work around 10, 11, they close up. So some of these things, you are just, it's because they are desperate, because they don't have any message for Ghanaians. They think they can throw out because we used free SHS in 2016 and we won. So they think they can also get some slogan and throw in there. But free SHS, they were not seeing it possibility, but we have been able to implement it.
Yes, 1 minute
project that you implement, we have some challenges, but we are fixing and we are moving on. Ghanaians are benefiting. Children over 5.7 million have benefited from free senior high school. So if you don't have any message, don't force yourself by doing something that you cannot defend. If the NDC Communication Directorate is listening to him, they may not take it lightly at all, because his definition for 24-hour economy is quite different.
I might have to move on from you because I'm being told that the show is ending. So, because you had the time to speak on this, but you decided to speak on something else. So, yes.
Yeah, on the Parliament.
Speaker, yeah.
Yes, I think, I know a lot has been said about the decision of the Supreme Court, so I will not believe on that. But as a country, we need to know that when we have a situation like what we have in Parliament now, hung Parliament, the order of the day should be compromise and consensus building. So the minority leader, Honorable Mike rushed into court, created all these problems. The time that they wasted it at the Supreme Court, they could have used that to negotiate and resolve the issues, but we wasted time. Now, the Supreme Court made a decision that those 4 MPs, the declaration of their seat vacant was unconstitutional, but the Supreme Court did not issue mandamus compelling the Speaker to recall Parliament. It's up to the Speaker to do that. You are a member of Parliament. I'm only speaking as a political science student. So it's not up to the President to call. And it came at a time where MPs were busy in their constituencies campaigning. So if he called Parliament, I don't think they would have turned out in their numbers, especially the NPP MPs that are struggling. In fact, the last one, I learned they didn't even have the numbers, but they won't tell the Ghanaians what the situation is. And so, yeah, now recalling Parliament on the 6th.
You have a minute to go, please.
I think it makes sense, because by that time, NPP would have known their smoothness level. Of course, it won't affect the current MPs, but my only worry is that the way they are going to lose their seats, majority of them will not even have the courage to attend Parliament on the safe of December, they will still be struggling to recover from the shock. They will lose the presidential election, and then this will capture parliament. But of course, that will take place on the 6th of January 2025. And so the country must move on. They need to come back so that they will end and peacefully to save our democracy. At the moment, the record of this current parliament is not looking great, and that has to do with the way MPP started when they were taking it. Yeah.
All right, gentlemen, thank you so much. This all time will permit us for this segment. I'm grateful that you made time. So my guests have been Honorable Ayawaso, who represented the NPP this morning, and Alhaji Mbalba, who represented the NDC. Thank you once again.
Thank you.
And to all of you that sent in your messages to us, we are super grateful. Let's do this again.